Max Verstappen using genius trick at 24 hours Nurburgring that has left drivers speechless. Verstappen is racing the number 3 car at the 24 hours Nurburgring. Verstappen has been utilizing a key technique while racing at the Nurburgring Nordschleife, which has surprised senior sports car drivers. Verstappen entered the world of endurance racing last year during testing for a GT3 event, where he competed under the pseudonym Franz Hermann. He was able to obtain an FIA Platinum racing license to compete at the Nurburgring Nordschleife and won on his debut in a GT3 car in September. In March, he took to the Nordschleife again, piloting the number 3 Mercedes-AMG GT3 car alongside teammates Daniel Juncadella and Jules Goonen during the second round of the Nürburgring Langstreckenserie (NLS). Though his team comfortably won the race, they were disqualified for using too many sets of tires. All that experience has been building up to the 24 hours of Nürburgring proper, with Verstappen and his team qualifying in 4th place in the Elite SP9 Pro class on Friday. The race got underway at 3 p.m. local time on Saturday, with Verstappen driving the first stint of the race in the number 3 car. Fellow 24 hours Nürburgring driver Markus Winkelhock, who is competing in the SPX class, has revealed how some drivers have marveled at the way in which Verstappen has taken one of the most iconic corners on the Nordschleife circuit. Flugplatz, turn 9, is a left-hander which is taken at near full throttle, with the track moving significantly uphill before the driver arrives at the turn. Winkelhock told Planet F1 how there is an accepted ideal way to take the turn among sports car drivers, noting the speed at which Verstappen has learned the technique in comparison to other racing drivers. F1 drivers are not used to this different speed difference in traffic with all these slow cars, the German said. There are 160, 180 cars on track, right? Sometimes there's a speed difference of 80 kilometers per hour or even more. To read and judge this traffic, all the GT3 drivers can gain and lose a lot of time in traffic. For example, if you approach Flugplatz, the worst thing you can do is stay behind a slow car and then start to accelerate towards Schredenkreuz. It's more clever to back off, as an example, to back off and make a gap and then exit Flugplatz with the overrun to overtake on the exit of Flugplatz. Many drivers who don't have the experience, they just stop behind the slow car and start to accelerate again. Max understands how to take the flow through the traffic. I watched the onboard from his second race in the Mercedes, watching only his onboard. I was just watching him when he followed the Audi of Christopher Haas, and it was great. It was crazy to see the amount of experience he has. Really, really awesome. Who else is competing in the 24 hours of Nürburgring? Alongside Verstappen and Winkelhock, Timo Glock is the only other current or former Formula One driver competing at the 24 hours of Nürburgring this year. Read more. Max Verstappen joined by 2 ex-F1 drivers in 24 hours Nürburgring as full 161-car entry list revealed. Glock, who drove for Toyota and Virgin during a 5-season spell in F1 between 2008 and 2012, is driving the number 69 McLaren 720S in the SP9 Pro category. Christopher Haas, who was Verstappen's nearest rival during his NLS outing, is also taking part. The number 1 BMW team, who are represented by last year's winners Augusto Farfus, Rafael Marciello, and Kelvin van der Linde, as well as Jordan Pepper, are among the favorites to win again this time around.